Now, Shriyam, one thing I really like about what you do is that you convey a lot of things that you wish to convey through stories.
Yep.
So I think you're a great storyteller.
I love it.
Everybody
loves stories.
I think everybody loves stories. So I can't let you go without telling us a story. Tell me any story which inspires you and which will inspire everyone and get some nice message across.
Do you want it to be something personal or something?
I just feel because right now the consciousness in the world is so much anger and hatred and all of this. Maybe anything that helps just calm things down and give like an eye-opening perspective would be wonderful.
So the story is that to bring about a change which we all desire, every individual has to change. So the change has to start with the individual because society is made up of individuals. There is no society without. So if I change, then I can do something.
Yes.
So then others change. Suppose and I've experienced that tranquility and that peace, and I have no enmity or hatred towards anyone whatsoever, suppose. Then what happens to such a person? Even without doing a thing, things begin to change by the presence. So I'm going to tell you a story.
Okay.
The story is about my Guru Maheshwarnath Babaji. It is there in Journey Continues. One night Babaji told me, Babaji meaning my personal Guru Maheshwarnath ji, told me, chalo utho chalna hai. I thought, why in this midnight? I was grumbling, why going? I said, Babaji, subah chalte. Nahi, abhi jana. Before that, what happened, the scene was that some Bairagi sadhus were called Goswamis. The Goswamis came and complained to Babaji while he was in Moni Baba's cave that there is a wild elephant which is around Chilka forest and it is killing people right and left, and it has killed many sadhus, harmless sadhus. Babaji first said, as usual, oh, forest department ko batao or something. नहीं बाबा जी आप कुछ नहीं, हाँ ठीक है आप लोग जाइए. So he woke me up that midnight. Then let's go. So you know what I said, I would say Baba ji morning. He said नहीं उठो अब कुछ काम है. I was thinking what is this calm at midnight anyway. So we went and on the way to just near the Moni Baba's cave, there's a flat piece of land. On the other side there are some mountains. There's a path. So we went and sat on a rock there. I sat down, of course. Babaji was sitting here on the rock. It was a full moon. I thought, Babaji has come now to meditate. And then just across the ravine on the other side, I saw a leopard going. It crossed and it turned and looked at us. I thought maybe then the ravine is too broad for jumping. So it looked and it went off. Okay. Everything was silent. Suddenly, from the right side, because I was sitting here and Babaji was on the left on the rock, there was a huge noise in between the trees, like some trees crashing. These elephants, they can stand without a single movement or sound if they want. This fellow, this mad elephant was standing there. When the trees probably decided, two more fellows are coming, let me kill them. Mad, must. So, it crashed through the trees and came with full force towards us. I thought I'm dead. I really thought I'm dead. Because the distance is not much, you know. It's like from there where the trees are,
Huh.
it was hanging.
Yeah. Oh God.
It came up to where Shalini, where these people are sitting. And I thought it's coming. So what could I do? I can't run.
Hmm.
I held on to Babaji's hand tightly and closed my eyes. It came and kind of like crash landing. When it came this close, it braked.
Okay.
As if it's slipping on the earth. Like. And then it puts its front legs folded down.
Hmm.
And it lifted up its trunk and made a sound. Babaji got up. I'm telling Babaji, beta. Babaji got up. He went towards the elephant. Of course, I don't want to move away from, so I also went holding it. He went to the elephant and he talks as if he's talking to somebody who you meet.
Huh.
He said, what kind of elephant? Kaise hathi ho? This is like a fairy tale. तो कैसे हाथी हो? लोगों को क्यों मार रहे हो? शांत हो जाओ. शांत हो जाओ. 2-3 times he said. And then he put his hand on, he said, lowered his trunk on. And the elephant's eyes went like this, as if somebody is really looking. And then he told me, do pranams to the elephant. I said, Babaji, I'm not doing so. If I close my eyes, suppose he puts his one foot here. I didn't tell him that. But. So because he said I did, then it put its trunk on me.
Oh.
And then we drew the trunk. And it got up and it walked off. And I went away. And I asked Babaji, did you do any magic, Babaji? He said, no magic. You know, my heart has no hatred for me. My heart is settled in peace and love and harmony. So human beings perhaps can't detect it, but animals can. This is the story. So if you change, if your heart has changed, but it should be real, huh? Don't imagine my heart has changed and try to pat a tiger.
Yeah.
Consequences may be dangerous, but if it is real. So having seen this, I have full hope that this country, which has such a great tradition, philosophy, goodness, will at some point recover and become good. This is my hope.
Now, before we wrap up this session, Sriyan, you know, today the younger generation, they're all about do-it-yourself, DIYs, this and that. Huh? So now, if someone listens to you when you say you should have love in your heart, the question is, how do I get love in my heart? Is there some technique, some DIY, some do-it-yourself I can do, start from right now?
For
Something
them,
I can
for
do.
them, for young people, it's very easy to start. Keep hugging everybody you meet.
Keep hugging. That's easy.
I'm not joking. Don't discriminate who you're hugging. Hug everybody. Consider everybody. Go out with everybody. Talk to everybody. Sing with everybody. Move with everybody. Celebrate all festivals together. If you have a neighbor...
Not with your phones.
No, not with your phones, exactly. If your neighbor is belonging to some society which you don't know, try to develop a friendship. Bring him along. Put him together. I think it's easier to do with the young than with the older generation. And you said about the phone,
Yeah.
while it has its negative points, it also has its positive points.
Sure.
Now what with WhatsApp, you can spread good messages. Facebook, you can spread good messages. You don't have to always keep spreading messages which will bring about confusion and violence. You can. So for that kind of messages, the only alternative is to give good messages. So you can also use internet. That's what one should be doing. I don't have Facebook, but I'm saying my hair is grey. I don't need a Facebook now. But
if you do, then use it for...
Yeah, I have WhatsApp for emergencies. Suddenly somebody wants to say something and they can't find it. Do me a WhatsApp, I check, see if it is urgent, then I respond.
No, but I think spreading love is also a matter of emergency these days.
I agree with you. I fully agree with you. So therefore, on the lighter side, you have no idea how many people send me WhatsApp simply saying I love you.
So that seems to be working.
That seems to be working,
Working.
except that most of them are pretty girls. So what do I do?
But there's love happening at some level. It'll spread.
That's true.
Now, Shriyam, can we do one thing for our viewers? I think a lot of people have interest in yoga and meditation. If you can teach some basic steps of someone who wants to meditate, how to meditate, what can we do?
Yeah. So meditation, it has many levels. You can meditate to calm your mind, you can meditate to keep your stress out, you can meditate slowly, go on increasing, deepening it till you reach the highest stage of realization. It's all there in meditation, different ways, different techniques, different grades.
And they're all good.
They're all good.
Mm.
Not the simplest thing, but some are complicated.
Yes.
But there are simple things like vipassana, for instance,
Mm-hmm.
which is like sitting down quietly every day at the same time. In a place like this, if possible, or in your room, it's okay. If you have a garden, sit there. Pull a bench, or just put a cloth on the grass and sit down. Ask the grass before you sit, because that much patch is going to suffer when you sit down. And then close your eyes and first take in the whole universe as part of that. I am a part of this whole universe. I am not separate from it. And once say, may the whole world be happy. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Sit down, close your eyes and start following your breath. Now this is completely non-denominational. Anybody can do it.
Yes.
Breath is everybody's. There is no Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist breath.
Yes.
Breath is breath. So follow your breath. Close your eyes and allow your inhalation to go in and feel it. Exhale and feel it. Keep watching your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Give attention to that which you generally don't give any attention to. Within a few minutes, you will find something is cooled down. At that point, anybody can do this. Think of a beautiful candle or a beautiful lamp in your heart center, giving cool light.
Heart center is here.
I mean,
Just
center of your body. Allow the light to fill your being. And then say, may this light shine in every heart.
That's easy.
Sit very easy. Sit as long as you can. And then bow down and thank the earth for sustaining us. Anybody can do this.
Yes.
Doesn't even have a religious connotation.
This could be part of the education that you were talking about.
In our school we do that. In our school we have a full department for that in the People Grow School. Also in our Satsang Vidyalaya where I live, we teach the children to meditate.
And I suspect that does wonders.
It does. It does. Especially the school for the poor kids where we don't take any fees. It's up to class 10. When they first come, they're different. In 2 years, they change. Many of them are gainfully employed. I don't think they'll take up any profession which requires violence. I don't think so. So these are the little things that one can do. And little things matter.
Sure.
Rome was not built in a day. So all of us should think about it. So these are some of my favorite things.
A few of your favorite things. Wonderful. Shriyam, thank you so much for having this
Thank you
conversation.
very much. It was a pleasure.
For me as well.